This is the plaintiff, Vincent Welsh. He says he and the defendant were friends, and the guy came to him one day in desperate need of some money. He promised to return it within a few days, but hasn't. So here they are. The defendant has set him back by not paying, and he's having trouble finding money to eat. He's suing for $575, the amount owed. This is the defendant, John McClellan. He says as far as he's concerned, he's paid back all the money he owes the guy. What the plaintiff doesn't tell you is that he's a hothead who bashed his head into a brick wall and then ran away like a little baby as the cops arrived. Bottom line, this lawsuit's bogus. The loan has been satisfied and he owes nothing. He's accused of not standing by his word. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,000 for pain and suffering.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Douglas. Vincent Welsh? Yes, ma'am. You are suing John McClellan for $575, the remainder of a personal loan that you say he hasn't finished paying to. You have a counterclaim against him for $3,000 for pain and suffering. Tell me what happened.
As a friend, we dealt giving each other stuff, borrowing $10, $20 back and forth. I always paid my end. It always seemed a little tough to get paid back from him. On 7/13/11, he came to me. He called me first and said that he was desperate. He needed funds. His house was in foreclosure. And I thought about it for a couple minutes and then, come on over, I'll give you what I got. And exactly what I did. Out of 2 checking accounts, I gave him all I had because he said he's going to give it back to me in a couple days.
Okay, so you loaned him $875 thinking he'd pay you back in a few days.
I needed it in a few days for my rent.
Right, that's sort of why I might not have given it to him. If I need it for my housing, why would I give it to him for his housing?
I sort of trusted him a little more than anybody else.
Okay. Well, when the money didn't get paid back to you in a few days, what did you do?
I called him and I got $100 probably once a month for 3 months.
Okay.
And
so he paid you a total of $300.
Yeah, I told him this is chump money. This isn't paying any one of my bills.
Okay.
Meanwhile, my food supply is getting low. I'm diabetic. I have insulin, but you don't take insulin if you don't have food in you.
Right.
So I'm really getting a little crazy in the head.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere. He called me and he says, don't even bother threatening me or anything because the cameras at the Shady Lane Grammar School will catch you. It's right directly across the street from his house. So.
Do you go to his house?
Yeah, I went over his house months later. I knocked on his door and through the screen. I said, John, what's going on with this money? He says, I'm tired of hearing about this money. And he jumps out the screen. And I jumped in his face. He backed up and he was into a brick wall.
What do you mean by you jumped in his face?
I was a foot away from him.
But what do you mean by I jumped in his face? What does that mean?
I jumped in his face and said, what do you mean you don't owe me this money? Well, I backed him up right into his wall in his house, brick wall. His glasses hit the ground. Dad, he just assaulted me. Dad, he just assaulted me. Oh, man.
Did you hit him?
No, I jumped in his face. He backed up and hit his head and he claimed that I slammed his head against the wall.
The police called?
No, they showed up an hour or two later.
And at your house?
Yes, in my apartment.
Did you get arrested?
No.
Do you have criminal charges pending?
Yes.
So have you been to court yet or no?
No, the 9th is the case, I believe.
Okay. Do you have a lawyer?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes. On the 12th of 7/12/11, I called Mr. Welsh, told him that I had some problems with...
Screwed up already.
Hey, excuse me.
Sorry.
Had some problems with some money orders that I had put into the bank. Well, the bank told me...
Is your house in foreclosure?
Yeah, it's been in foreclosure in and out for 3 years. I was injured at work.
Okay.
Severely injured at work.
So you borrowed money from him. How much did you borrow?
I borrowed $475 off of him.
How much?
$475.
Okay.
When I borrowed the money off of him, it was because I had a bank account that was overdrawn $636.64, I think it was. So that's what I borrowed the
So
money
all
for.
he gave you was $400 and something dollars?
No, he gave me $875.
Okay, well then how is it $400?
And here's the reason. He gave me 2 checks. First, he wrote out 2 checks. And on both of the checks, he said loan. I said, well, Vince, I only need $475. He ripped up that check, wrote the other check out for $400. He said, here, this is because this is what you have done for me over the past 3 years. I'm going to help you out because that you have all these problems.
Watch this. Did that happen?
No way.
Okay.
Okay. So I said, okay, I'll give this money to you as soon as I can.
What proof do you have that he wanted to gift you $400?
I've been taking care of Vince for 2.5 years. Every month, he is completely broke at the end of the month, every 2 weeks at the end of the month. He always needs money for cigarettes. He always needs food. I've taken him to the pantries to get him food. I've taken food out of my freezer to give to Mr. Welsh. I've given him computers, tools, all kinds of stuff in 2.5 years. So it's not like I haven't done a lot for him. And that's why he said to me, this other $400, don't worry about it. This is for what you've helped me out with for the last 2.5 years.
And that's what I'm asking you is, do you have any proof that he...
Yeah, I have documentation on a calendar where I mark down every time, or have my wife mark down every time when I lend Vince money, or anybody money for that matter.
Okay. So let me see it. Go on.
So, 9/11, I paid him $100 to Vincent Welsh. On 9/16, I paid Vincent Welsh $100. On 9/18, I paid Vincent Welsh another $100. Okay, and the reason why Mr. Welsh didn't get paid all the money in front, because I didn't have it. Obviously, my account was overdrawn. I was trying to fix those issues. And I let Mr. Welsh know about this and showed it to him, all the documentation from the bank, and he said that I was a liar, that none of that was true. And that's why he had to wait for his money. That was the reason why he had to wait for his money.
In your answer to the complaint, you say that one check says loan and the other check says nothing, and that's your proof that, in fact, one was a loan and the other one wasn't. Is that correct?
And that is correct, because, you know...
Now, why does one check say loan and the other one not say loan in the memo line?
Neither one of them say loan.
Okay. Can I see the checks? Yeah, one of them says loan in the memo line.
I didn't realize I put that in there.
Yeah, well, you should put it in all the time. I mean,
Yeah, well, I won't be doing that again.
Interestingly,
That's
the
for
one that
sure.
says loan is the $400 one.
I thought it was the greater of the two. That's why I paid him what I was paying him.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is it a good idea to loan friends money?
Yes, because you can build a relationship of trust with them, and you're able to,
Oh, I love this answer. You just stop. I love that answer. You can build a relationship of trust. What do you think?
Well, under certain circumstances, because if they're, sick or they're in trouble, of course you want to help your friends, but, if they're not going to pay you back, then...
Fair enough.
No, not at all.
Okay, finally. And you're not from America, are you?
No, I'm from Australia.
Okay, the Australians get it here. We're going inside the courtroom.
So he goes to your house, and what happens?
So, okay, he comes to my house, someone's pounding on my door. And he says to me, do you have any money for me? I said, Vince, no, I worked all day Saturday. I didn't get a chance to get to the bank. The banks are closed. As soon as I get a chance, I'll go to the bank. He didn't even give me a chance to finish all that before he grabs my left arm and then shoves my head into a brick wall. And that's when I said, Deb, call the police. He just assaulted me.
Okay.
And that's why I did file the assault
And so you filed
charges.
a $3,000 counterclaim.
Yes.
Why $3,000?
Because Mr. Welsh is well aware that I just went through 3 years of permanent injuries from a work injury that severely injured me.
What kind of work injury?
Back of a trash truck exploded, Your Honor. Set me about 40 feet in the air.
Okay.
Busted 5 ribs in my, fractured ribs in my rib area, vertebrae in my back, herniated disc, neck problems, head injuries. Mr. Welsh was aware of all these things.
Okay.
So I
but
went
what
through the
happened as a
surgery.
result of the push you say he gave you?
Well, what he did was my body was probably about 1.5 feet away from the wall. He shoves my head into the brick wall and then says to me, are you going to be a man? You're going to hit me back? And I'm looking, I'm like, I'm not going to touch you. And I called Deb and I said, call the police. He just assaulted me.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
Let me see.
And he even openly admits in the police report
That he pushed you?
that he shoved my head into a brick wall. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Welsh stated that during the argument, he did grab the head of John and strike John's head against the brick wall. That's what the police officer says you said. Police officer's a liar? Yeah.
I know my temperature was up there, and still is.
Yep. What am I supposed to do with you? You're like 100% in the right until you're not, until you take the law into your own hands and then you shove somebody's head into a brick wall to collect your money instead of doing what the rest of us have to do, which is go to court and file a small claims action. The rest of us don't get to just grab.
How far do you go? How far do you go in letting your blood sugar go crazy and
how did this work out for
pride?
you? How did getting charged with a criminal offense work out for your blood sugar?
Not any better.
No, right?
No.
Like it's a really bad idea, right?
Sure.
Right. So what's supposed to happen? He's suing you for $3 grand. What proof do you have of pain and suffering? You visited a doctor?
Yes. And they want me to go get a CAT scan and a see a neurologist.
Yeah, but you didn't do any of that.
No, I don't have the health coverage.
And there's no
to do that.
confirmation of what I mean, really, it's the indignancy of being pushed in and having a small abrasion, according to the police officer, on your head. A tiny visible abrasion. Wait, what's the words? I don't want to put words into the officer's mouth. The exact words are small visible abrasion on his head. While on scene, John requested to be looked at by EMS. John had a small visible abrasion to his head. He did not want to be transported to the hospital. All right, we're done. Here's how I feel about this. First of all, I think it was an $875 loan. Second of all, I don't think that there should be vigilante justice, as satisfying as it may sometimes feel. There's a cost for that. Third of all, I don't believe the cost is $3,000. I don't think anything happened to you other than bruised your ego and a small visible abrasion. And I guess my question to you is, do you have anything from the doctor regarding the damage this man did to you to justify asking me to order him to pay you $3 grand?
No, Your Honor,
Okay.
I didn't go to the doctor.
All right, well then, that's my answer.
My only problem was the date.
We're done. We're done. So I can't let you get away with going to the guy's house to collect just because you're mad, even though you are right to be mad, and shoving a guy. So that's going to cost you. I'm going to deduct from the $575 what I believe is his pain and suffering, which is $100, and I'm going to order him to pay you $475 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Let's find out what the defendant has to say about this verdict here. He gets, $100 deducted from what he asked for, and you get nothing on your countersuit. What's your reaction?
I feel that, I did everything appropriately. I let Mr. Welsh know that he wasn't getting paid because of the situation. I paid him within a monthly time, and he still came over and assaulted me. So everything I think he's did is wrong.
What kind of friendship did you guys have for all that time? 5 years, 6 years?
No, it wasn't 5 years. It's been 2.5 years from me and Mr. Welsh.
Right.
And like I said, I helped him out every single month. It's just, the price you pay, I guess. For taking care of somebody.
All right. Just follow right around the corner there. Follow Officer McIntosh. All right, Mr. Welsh, come on in here. You satisfied how this case comes out?
Sure, sure. He's not my mother. He's not taking care of me. And anybody see him coming, run the other way. Don't let him touch your house. The other guy, don't let him touch your freaking car, because you'll have a problem.
Well, do you regret the vigilanteism aspect of the way you handled it?
I wish that we could go back where men were men and boxcars were wooden.
And do what?
Be real men. Pay back your debt.
All right. Over to Harvey.
All right. If you do loan a friend money like here, make sure you have an email chain documenting what happened. When you loan the money, send an email chain confirming it, and when you pay it back, do the same thing. It will preserve the friendship. That will do it for this case. The litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.